Today's day 71 that I should have been vibe coding this morning. It is now past the time that I would be normally vibe coding. And what I noticed, and I'm going to piece together a lot of things in this video that's going to make a lot of sense. And it's not interconnected, but by the end of it, you're going to say, holy cow, that's a lot of stuff that you just brought together. First of all, let's talk about social media. Social media, there are more people on their cell phones consuming social media than at ever before. All of the social media platforms are making huge amounts of ad revenue. People are consuming it. They love video. They can't get enough. And what I've noticed is the top 5% or less, or the top 1% of brands are making all of the content. What do I mean by that? I mean that your friend Bob, your Aunt Susie, your sister Sarah are not making content anymore. They are consuming. What do I mean by that even further? The same brands are making the same content, and none of the normal people that social media started out for, like your friends and family and colleagues and people you went to school with, are not making content. Maybe they'll make a story here and there, but they're not making content. That's number one. We're going to talk about a lot of things. Number two, ChatGPT. ChatGPT just launched two things. I don't know if it was silently or not. Usually the big hurrahs are when a new AI model comes out. However, they silently launched something called Sites and something called Health. Those are two huge parts of the internet, two huge SaaS products, part of the internet. Sites where you can just have your own WordPress, your own Wix, your own Squarespace, where you essentially connect whatever website you want. Cursor did this famously, where you connect and you can vibe code whatever you want on your website live while you have AI right next to it in the same interface. ChatGPT literally is now coming after health, the largest area of money in the United States besides finance, which they're then going to go after finance. They're going to go after attorneys. They're going to go after education. They're going to go after websites. They're trying to also bring in every single API of every productive tool in the world, including travel, including flights, including workouts, including supplements, including inbox and calendar and to-do list and checklist. They want to be it all for everyone on one single platform. They are literally coding all their competitors into one place. I'm going to continue. Today, what I noticed after yesterday's post to the community is botenstein.com/community. It's a small group of us who have come together and we love AI. We love entrepreneurship. We love building with AI. And we've noticed that it is extremely powerful. But we also noticed, and I noticed yesterday, is that most vibe coders are building things that are either already on the market, are going to be open sourced, if not already open sourced, of things that they've already built. So that means no one's going to pay for it because it's already open source. So what is your moat as a vibe coder? What is your moat building a ADE, an agentic development environment? What is your differentiation? There is no differentiation. I hate to break it to everybody that's just vibe coding now. There is no differentiation. And then when I actually do the time to cost to revenue analysis, that ratio is terrible. I looked at people that are infinitely more successful, and that's kind of easy because I made $0 in 71 days. However, I learned a lot. I learned more than any educational classroom could have taught me about vibe coding live on the internet not every single day, obviously weekends off and a couple other days off, for 71 days. And I learned a lot. Number one is your time is spent better creating content. Going back to number one, creating content that is higher quality, shorter, to actually convert people to whatever your product is, and then use the rest of that time to actually develop the product. So I went vibe coding for 2 to 3 hours every single day. Those 2 to 3 hours 2 to 3 hours every single day, 2 to 3 of those hours should have been building my product. And then 15 minutes to a half an hour should have been actually creating content. For me, it's YouTube and Instagram Reels. What I noticed, and I accept, I'm a content creator. I love to create content. Okay. I didn't think I would ever say that. But then I also took it a step further and said, why am I coming to an office? I'm spending hundreds of dollars for the office. I'm spending hundreds of dollars in commuting and hundreds of dollars. It's just $1,000 just going to something that I don't even need any kind of office. I just need an internet connection and maybe housing around me. I also don't want to be working from home because I'm kind of worthless when I'm home. I need to be out somewhere. Then I took it a little step further and I said, what if I'm somewhere that I love? What if I'm out in nature? What if I wake up and do what I love to do, which is train for triathlons and then code my product and then actually create content? Those are the 3 areas. Those are the only 3 areas. Then I took it an even step further. And what is the difference between what I'm building and who am I? Who am I as opposed to something different? There's this guy, Nick Baer, who has supplement company down in Texas. It's called BPN. BPN, he has integrated himself intimately into the product. And I said, wow, that's interesting. He uses his own product. Then I took it a step further. And this was kind of the brainstorming, which was about 3 to 4 paragraphs of me just brain dumping into ChatGPT. And I said, what if I integrated my product, which is Orbit, which is an ADE, but it also includes a docs, a calendar, an inbox, a to-do list, a checklist, everything that essentially ChatGPT is creating. When I saw that yesterday, I said, okay, I'm essentially creating what ChatGPT already has all the information to, and they have the servers, and they have the storage, and they have the space, and they have all the infinite memory that you can have, and you could silo it to each of the people, and they're already paying $200 per month. So why not just connect an inbox and a calendar? Wow. So what is my moat? My moat is creative content for entrepreneurs who want to break away from the 9 to 5, who want to also live a holistic life revolving around structure, top producers, people who are not complaining, people who are not sitting inside, people who are working out, people who are smiling, positive, always looking to learn more. It's essentially what this channel has been, which is personal development on steroids, meeting entrepreneurship. That's essentially what I'm building. Number 1, let's go back to the content. The content is people who are creating the same nonsensical content nobody really cares about. On my feed, it's really just the same content, just a different day. So why not mix it up and say, okay, Charles, you're a content creator. You have the personal brand, which is essentially you as a person who is influencing other people to also be entrepreneurs. You're going to be the idea guy. You're going to be the fun guy. You're going to be the personality. You're going to be the energy. You're going to be the guy that inspires other people. What is the actual product you're using? You actually have to use your product, which I use my product, but it's not good enough for me to use full time, because I'm spending so much time and energy actually building this out live instead of building this out in the background and then coming to the internet and saying, by the way, this is what I just built. This is a sick product for entrepreneurs. It has your health. It has your wealth. It has your money. It has your to-do list, your apps. It has an e-sign. It has you can connect your indoor bike kicker. You have all of these cool things. Oh, you want something built? Okay, I could do that. Then I really took it a step further, and this is the last thing I'm going to leave you with, is you got to go professional. Got to go professional. I have to go professional. I can't be doing live streaming every single day and saying, okay, this is going to produce the results in which I desire. The last 2 weeks, I would say the last week, I've really contemplated, because not only is money extremely tight right now, but there is nothing in my pipeline for money. There's nothing. Like, this is it. I'm thinking, why do I need an office space? Why do I have to spend hundreds up to $1,000 every single month of something that I'm kind of throwing away? Then I go, what is your time used to do? It's not creating content. You've been talking about creating content. You have not created any content. You've not made any good progress to any different content styling that you've thought of and fun ideas that you've thought of. Your product still is not in the best working condition when it comes to the ADE. Everything else works, but you got to literally lean into this. So that's why vibe coding for me has taught it is not worth it to go live every single day. Your 2 hours are not worth it. It's great where you get exposure to other people. Your content gets exposure to other people. However, when you're going live, and I was just following somebody and I look at his revenue over the last under 100 days, and I go, multiply that by 3, and this guy's making just over 6 figures when his product is sick. His product is sick. It should be making way into the 6 figures. And meanwhile, he's just making over 6 figures. Hopefully he makes more, but he's really putting in a lot of time and energy just to make 6 figures. And in today's world, with the environment in which he lives and the expenses in which he has personally, it's not enough, especially me on the Northeast in New York City, which I'm in right now. And the environment in which I want to create for the future, I got to do now. And I'm just going to be honest with these videos. I just got to come out of the closet as a guy who's done being in real estate full time. I just got to come out and be like, this is who I am. I'm a coder. I'm a guy who is going to speak his mind, who's going to be wearing meta glasses, who's going to be doing AI models, who's going to be putting out content every single day. I'm going to have viewpoints that people don't like. I'm going to have viewpoints that people do love. However, you can depend on one thing, and that is always learning. You could depend on one thing, always being an entrepreneur. Number 3, you can always depend on me being the idea guy. You can always depend on me thinking and training towards a triathlon. There's always going to be a race on my schedule. That's my passion. My passion is a conglomeration of 20 years, almost 20 years of personal development, smashing directly into this AI revolution that other people have no idea how to take advantage of. Number 1. Number 2 is they're fearful. They're scared, and I understand. Their jobs are at play. Their livelihood is at play. Their degrees are at play that they've worked so hard for. We're talking about huge salaries that these AI companies are going after. They're going after doctors, attorneys, lawyers that drew up contracts worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. We're not talking about trial attorneys that they have to go into a courtroom. I'm talking about someone like myself that needs an LLC. I need my privacy, my terms of service. I need to have my website up to the latest laws, accessibility, all of it. It's a crazy time. And there is so much money flowing right now. It's insane. I think this is going to be my way out when it comes to me as a content creator creating an AI product for other entrepreneurs. That's what I'm building. I'm building a product for other entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur, you're a solopreneur, you're a designer, you're a restaurant, you are a content creator, this is the product for you. It has everything. I'm going to be in there using it just like anyone else on iOS and on desktop, on mobile, tablet, and on, obviously, desktop without the app. It's going to be a wild ride. I don't even know if I'm going to produce this video, if I'm going to even put it out there or thinking about it. Right now, I am. I this week, if not for the last 6 to 12 months, I've had probably 150 to 200 Instagram stories I never put out there because I was afraid about, oh my gosh, what are people going to think? I can't be in that. I cannot live in fear anymore. I just got to produce content. I just got to put myself out there every step of the way, kind of like what I did with vibe coding, understanding what vibe coding is, understanding CLIs, MCPs, dev, main branch, as opposed to everything else. Oh, I got to go to Git. I got to use Vercel. I got to go local. You got to learn it all. So I don't know what this video is about. This video is more of a documentation that I am going to be producing Instagram and YouTube videos very consistently and probably just going live once on Friday. So have a blessed day. Any questions, leave in the comments below. Join the community. Everything is below. And I think I'm going to be adding value that way. How to actually make money in entrepreneurship as I try and do that outside of real estate, outside of just content creation, actually delivering a product, not being sponsored by wearing these shoes, wearing these clothes, producing this video, ensuring this product is sponsored. Am I going to do that in the future? I have no idea. But I do know that I want to develop something that I'm going to be using. And then as I'm thinking about it now, and I thought about it before while I was master mining with ChatGPT, is I also just want to deliver products people want to use and they currently potentially pay for, and then just wrap that into the apps, kind of like what ChatGPT is doing. Obviously, I'm not going to be ChatGPT, but ChatGPT, Sam Altman, is not going to be making vlogs. He's not going to be making videos. He's got huge things to be concerned about, and there's so many pieces to this pie. So subscribe. The journey's going to be crazy. It has been crazy. I just got to rip off the Band-Aid, and just to all the people that are friends and family, they know me as the 17-year real estate broker owner. I'm now an entrepreneur, solopreneur, just going to be traveling around, hopefully, God willing, in the future, and vibe coding a product that I use, other entrepreneurs are going to use, and they're going to love. So subscribe if you want more. Comment if you want more. I understand a lot of people subscribe for other reasons to the channel. 10,000 people subscribe because of other reasons. This is the time to unsubscribe because the journey is going to get real. I got to make money. I got to take this seriously. I can't be joking around and having fun in New York City. This city is way too expensive. My expenses are way too high. I can't be lally-dallying around anymore. This is a structured life that I must live. And it includes everything that I talked about before COVID. Got to eat right, got to sleep right, got to move right, got to be healthy, got to get your mind right, got to cut out all the noise, stop the social media consuming, produce social media. So look for more videos like this. Have a great day.